1, 2, 3. All right, check it out, man. We're here with another episode of Hood Famous TV. This afternoon, we're here with Las Cruces' own Lil Ludwig. How you doing today, brother?
I'm good. How you doing?
Hey, man, it's really cool to be hanging out with you this afternoon.
Yes.
Thank you for taking time out just to come and vibe with us, man.
Hey, I appreciate y'all having me, you know what I'm saying?
Word up, man. Hey, let's jump right into this, man. Lil Ludwig, man. Where does the name come from, fam?
Ah, shit, yeah. So, you know, I was going through like a thing when I was separated from the group. So I was trying to figure out like what I was gonna change my name to, because I was just going by Tony Mo. And so I was like thinking about who I was and where I, came from. And so I just chose the block I was raised on, which was Ludwig Street. So I took that and I was just started to brand that shit, and then I just took off with that.
Word up. Now, being that you're taking a name right from the block that you grew up in,
Mm-hmm.
At any point did you feel a certain, like, I guess what I'm trying to ask you is, how did you feel about the OGs? Were you nervous, like, or how was that?
Yeah, at first, because you know what I'm saying, by then I had been out here for so long, but then, you know what I'm saying, I said, shit, I am a Ludwig baby, so I know, I was born and raised there, so I knew regardless of what anybody said, that's who I was, so I ain't give a fuck. Then I just went with it, and you know what I'm saying, as I started like going on my own little path and like doing all this shit for myself and making shit pop off, shit, my OGs even started, they started coming in and telling me that shit, that's what you is a Ludwig baby, so you deserve that name as much as any other niggas, you know what I'm saying? So that's so I started, you know what I'm saying, after that I wouldn't have no doubt about it for sure. And then every time I say my name and shit on the stage, you know what I'm saying, I'm shouting out the block.
Word.
Yeah.
And for people that are unfamiliar where Ludwig is, where is that, brother?
That's Little Rock, Arkansas. That's where my hometown, you know what I'm saying? That's where I was born and raised. It's country city, you know what I'm saying? So it's a whole bunch of country ass city folk. You might be on the block, might see some horses riding down the road, trying on the hood, niggas in dunks, candy lady. That's what I remember from back in the days and shit. So Lil Rock, I fuck with it, shit, heavy.
I feel you. And you mentioned being from the block, man. What was the street life out there, man? Was it pretty hot?
Yeah, it's a high gang activity place. Pretty much every hood got their own gang. Mm-hmm. I'm from John Barrow, so mostly famouz, and shit, so that's where I'm from, Then you got the east side of Little Rock, then, you got College Station, and then you got a bunch of shit out there, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the gang violence is different than compared to out here.
I hear you. And one thing that's interesting is we actually interviewed your Uncle Roots the other day. So via conversation, you were telling me the other day that your mom used to actually threaten you, like, hey, keep misbehaving and we're going to send you with Uncle Roots.
Yeah.
What was your feeling about New Mexico at that time? And how old were you when she was threatening to send you to Big Unc?
I was about it started about 14 and shit when she started using it as a threat, but I let her kept thinking it was a threat. But in reality, I was like, send my ass there. I was like, I'm ready. I was like, and then I was on the side when he came down out there. I was like, shit, take me back there with you. I want to see what it's like over there and shit.
So before you came, you had never been out here before then?
No,
okay.
I ain't never been out here.
Nice. So when you first step into Las Cruces, what's your impression of the city?
Shit, desert and a whole bunch of Mexicans.
Yeah. Had you seen that many Mexicans in Little Rock?
we had our Mexicans. They was in Southwest Little Rock, and then you know what I'm saying, we had a couple of Cubans out there, but out here I was just like, damn, it was a culture shock for sure, you know.
It's different, like, because I've been out, you know, more on the East Coast area, and typically, to be honest, you know, Mexicans were in the back, you know, cutting grass. People kind of look at my people weird, you know what I mean? But out here, like, as a whole, we're business owners, you know, so
for sure.
That's
definitely different.
Yeah, that's the culture shock. So tell me, man, where does your interest in music come from? What was some of the first songs that you're bumping?
First songs I was bumping in my life?
Yeah.
Shit, probably was some Lil Bow Wow. You know?
Okay.
No. First stuff I was bumping probably was Master P. You know what I'm saying? My stepdad had like a lot of CDs and tapes that he had, so he had Master P, and he had like a system up in his Explorer and shit. So every time you could hear that nigga, and I was just they got videos of me. Nah. Yeah. So I would say maybe Master P, but like choosing my own shit, probably some damn Lil Bow Wow. I was listening to that because I had some Timbs that I had spray painted on and shit, and then some other shit, probably, you know, Wayne. That's what I like growing up, you know what I'm saying? My identity is inspired by that for sure. My family is blues oriented, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like my voice itself is blues inspired. You know, not my sound, but my voice itself. So yeah, blues and some of that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you say you're listening to Bow Wow, you're listening to Lil Wayne, you've got some blues inspiration from the family growing up. At what point do you decide, hey, I like this music enough to actually take a stab at it? I want to be an MC now.
Oh, hold on. First off, Bow Wow ain't my inspiration to that.
My bad.
It's just somebody I chose at a young age. You know what I'm saying? He was in movies and shit.
Yeah,
but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay, but something that is my inspiration, shoot. Man, honestly, when I moved out here, I'm gonna be real. When I moved, I used to like freestyle on the bus and shit in Little Rock, but I never was like taking rap serious like that. My cousin Ray out there used to do that. He go by Front Road now, but out here, I came out here and then I linked up with young old Meezy, and that was one of the first person I actually seen record and rap and shit, besides my uncle. And then so I got into music really because that nigga and my uncle, we started doing music. We just made a group and shit, so I ain't never stopped since. I started off trying to sing, but I ain't go that route. You know, I still harmonize a little bit and do my thing, but I don't consider it singing.
In the group you were with, man, you guys, you took over. You guys really made a smash in the city, YPC. What was it like, man, during those times? You guys were touring. You guys were really doing something amazing, you know?
Yeah, that shit was cool. It was a learning experience for sure. I learned so much by being in that group. But you know what I'm saying, and I feel like a part of my identity came from that group as well, because I take a little bit of each and one of them people that was in that group, you know what I'm saying, and that's a part of my sound now. So I never, discredit none of that. But I am who I am now. I'm Lil Ludwig. We out here, doing our thing, still out here.
So after the group breaks up, right? It's got to be difficult starting from scratch, you know what I mean? Building your own identity. Tell me, man, what are some of the first steps that you take in doing that?
Just, rediscovering who I was, more on a personal level instead of just, worrying about yourself and everyone that's around, it's simmered down, so I gave all that energy more towards myself than, you know, spreading it out. So feel like that, and then figuring, you know, trying to find a sound, you know, trying to find a pocket that I can fit in for myself that I enjoy doing. Feel like that was the main thing that helped me. I found my identity in this Lil Ludwig stuff for sure.
I hear you, bro. Now tell me about some of the shows that you did, because I imagine show by show you start building confidence by confidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Besides the shows I did with the group, I did. I just the Kodak. Yeah, I know that one for sure. I did Young Nudie. It was with Babyface, Lil Tyler, and who else was there? What else I done did? I did some shows out here.
Yeah, I know I saw you with the MB Writers, the Gemini show.
I did a few shows, a lot of shows. Young Thug, we did in Albuquerque.
That's dope.
What else? I done forgot. Famous Dex in LA. We did South by Southwest. But I got a show coming up that I'm throwing. I've been trying to get more on the independence of throwing my own shows, you know, give other artists, like, bring some light to everybody so we can all get out here, because we all trying to show our brand. But I'm planning got a new single and stuff that I'm doing, so I'm probably gonna start trying to put my own little tour together and stuff. I've been working with my management and stuff, trying to get on these tours, so we'll see how that goes for sure.
Yeah, speaking of new moves, man, I wanted to congratulate you on signing your distribution deal with Sony, man.
Thank you. Heck yeah. It's been a long time, man, for real. I've been waiting. Cause I had one with previously a lot of people who actually pay attention. I had one with Universal, but you know what I'm saying, I had ended that because, you know, I found something better. It wasn't just a distribution. I got like a little project management with them too. So I'm excited for that, see where this goes and everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
So for the people listening that may not understand what a distribution deal is, will you kind of break it down for them and let them know, you know, the difference in the perks of that?
So, I don't know if I could give all the perks away.
Not all the perks.
To be honest, because of certain things. But the difference is, like, a distribution, all it is that they take it and they distribute your project, music, or whatever into the platforms that it needs to go, like all the platforms where you get paid, to where some people, how you pay for your distro kit or your United Masters, you got to pay for that. You're paying for that distribution services, you know what I'm saying? And then with that, you know, I get certain perks that, like, not the average people on DistroKid would get. I can't necessarily say those perks, but it just comes within marketings and everything like that, and like certain things, you know, you get with those distribution deals. And I got a project manager with them, so what it is mine is a sector of Sony. It's still under Sony, but mine is a subsector of Sony, and that's who I have my distribution deal through and everything. So not to get nothing confused, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's cool, man. So there may be an artist right now and they're paying every time per project to upload, you know, their project, right? So what you're saying is you no longer paying
a lifetime distribution. If I want to keep it, I have a lifetime distribution with them, and I won't have to pay to renew or the, you know what I'm saying, yearly or nothing like that. I just have it.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? But the difference between mine is, I can say the difference between mine and theirs is how they pay, and you're able to keep probably 100%. I have a 90-10 So they get 10 because on my distribution as far as that goes, and I get 90, which I'm cool with.
Yeah, most definitely.
If you know how to manage your money, you can work that out, especially if you can use their platform and, you know what I'm saying, market it right. Yeah.
I hear you. And another thing you mentioned is you have a project manager. So that means whether it's a single or an album, they're helping you maneuver through that process.
I'm definitely gonna work on a single. I already got something in mind that I'm working on. So we're gonna get the visuals ready for it, and then I'm gonna just keep on the lookout. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be some of my best work for sure.
That's dope. Now, when it comes to production, what type of beats are you going for?
I have no clue.
Okay, so someone
don't get me lying. I just, you know, whatever I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I be sad, sometimes I be hype. I don't really, you know, it depends to me, you know. I gotta feel it. I don't even know what my style of type beat is, to be honest with you.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Let's say someone, an up and coming producer's out there, bro, and they want to submit some tracks to you directly. How can they hit you up, and where are your social media platforms at?
You can hit me up at Lil Ludwig 42 on all platforms. And if you want to submit beats, you can look me up on the Instagrams at Lil Ludwig 42. Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Now, this podcast, these interviews, they're called Hood Famous TV, because in this city, you're recognized as a mover and as a grinder. You feel me? So who are some people that you move with and that you grind with? Some of the people that help, you know, make the machine move.
Shit, I move with my boy, Tall Boy Red, you know what I'm saying? My brother, Frankie, Ramsey the Plug, you know what I'm saying? TMH Movement, my Purple Bag Beats Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here with my bro Rollin' Ours, shoot, Diggy Danja. You know what I'm saying? We doing what we gotta do, just trying to get up in the next level. I don't know who else I forget. Let me think. Who I forget? I ain't forget who I forget. I ain't forget nobody. No, I ain't forget nobody. Yeah.
That's dope,
so
man.
We out here, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Who are some artists that you look forward to working with moving forward?
Future, yeah, for sure. Definitely Future. And I don't know, it's a few artists. I want to work with Flo Millie. She hard. Honcho hard. It's a lot of new artists I like. Shit, I always want to work with the OGs in the game. Wayne, of course. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar. You know, shit, maybe Trippie Redd. I like, you know. It's a bunch of. I want to work with everybody, to be real. Shit, I don't even give a fuck. I prefer to work with anybody, even in the city. Shit, but niggas be on the weird shit. Don't want to work. I don't know why.
Most def. So you are willing to work with people in the city, man. You're ready to hustle with them, man.
Of course, hell yeah. I always reach out. I reach out to a lot of people. I have a song with a few people out here for sure. But shoot, just trying to make a movement, man. We all got to make something happen out here. We all trying to do something. So probably best to work better, you know, better to work together. My bad. So shoot, yeah, hell yeah. Anybody want to work? Fuck with your boy, hell yeah.
You hear that, Las Cruces, man? Lil Ludwig's ready to work with y'all, man.
Worldwide, not just Las Cruces, shit,
worldwide.
Everywhere. We going worldwide, fuck it.
Hell yeah. I hear you, bro. So tell me one of your favorite stories on the road, man. One of your just hood famous stories, bro.
Oh shit. Damn. Shoot, sir. I don't know. Hell, I got so many of them.
Or what's the craziest thing you've seen on the road, even from a observation point, man? Because I know sometimes we can't spill all the beans, you know.
I would just say my experience on how I moved to Miami.
Oh yeah.
Like, I would say that's some of the crazy shit I've seen in my life, to be honest with you, because that felt like a whole movie. And if I told the story, you'd think I was lying, but I here tell you it ain't lying at all. Shit.
Yeah. We were actually speaking about that a little bit. Go ahead and let us know a little bit about that, bro.
Hell, I don't know what year it was. Like, my bro Ramsey, he had just took me to Miami in 2016. We went out there and did a show and shit. And like 2016, but that was like New Year's. We was coming in 2017, and somehow we had got a show. I was with YPC. I was sleeping on the couch at this time. Like, let me tell you, I was sleeping on the couch. We went to LA for a show for Famous Deck. Was it for Famous? It was for Famous Decks. And I was on Plenty of Fish. Fucking around on Plenty of Fish and shit. I was talking to this girl, and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna fly to LA and I'm gonna come to your show. I was like, yeah, all right. And then she flew to LA and shit. And then, you know, we did the show. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Somewhat. And I was, you know what I'm saying, and then we went to Vegas and cut it to make it up, sum it up, shit. By the time we got to the end, she was like, shit, you want to come to Miami with me? I was like, hell yeah. And then I told these niggas, I was like, yeah, I'm out. I was like, I'm moving to Miami. She said I could go. She done bought the ticket already. I'm out this bitch. Nigga, I only had a backpack with some t-shirt and some underwear, that bitch. Nigga, I was like, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna make this shit happen somehow. Hell, yeah. Then I flew to Miami with her. Yeah. We moved in. Her house was like on the 40th some floor, and like downtown on Biscayne and some shit. But I ended up getting a job in like the first week there as a security guard and shit. So I was straight. And then, but that was the crazy part about that was when I was there, it was like her first day of going to work. She went to work for like 3 hours, I kid you not, 3-4 hours. She came back and threw like 40 or 50 bands at me and like just told me to count it up.
Man.
I counted it. I told her how much it was. She was like, take 5 out. And then I was like, yeah, here go the 5. And she was like, yeah, keep that. I was like, oh, don't be doing that. You trying to boss up on me? I was like, yeah, you know, I was like, shit. But original, I feel like the craziest part about that, I feel like she was just trying to get her green card because she was from Poland.
Okay.
So I feel like the original deal was like, I go out there and marry her for like 3 years so she could get her citizenship and shit. So I was thinking like that was just a down payment, but that's probably one of my craziest stories. It get deeper than that, but I ain't going deeper all the way in there. Shit, but that's probably one of the craziest stories I've had seen besides some other shit. I done seen some crazy shit in my life, to be real with you.
Man, so what's it like, man? Your first day in Miami, new city, you done got your plane ticket paid for. Oh, you got the backpack that you get, and then someone says, here's 5 bands.
Oh, I tweaked. I was like, oh, y'all niggas are money hungry out here. I honestly was just like, I don't give a fuck what you doing, but if you gonna keep on giving me bread like this, shit, I ain't gonna deny it, shit, to be honest with you. Cause I figured after I was like, when she did that, I was like, yeah, I am not the only nigga that's around up in these parts. I'm gonna play my part, shit. And then I said I could have robbed her ass. I did. I should have. I was just like.
So you mentioned, man, that you knew that you probably weren't the only dude in the picture, man.
Yeah, nah.
How were you able just keep it cool and play it, man? It was easy?
Yeah, it was easy for a little bit it was easy for a while. I had shit rolling for a couple months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A few months out there, then, some shit happened. Yeah.
Of course. Something always happens, man.
Yeah. But But nah, it was a good experience all in all. I got to meet Travis Scott in my time out there, like a quick, brief moment, you know what I'm saying? I was working at a volleyball tournament and some shit, so I got to see him right before South by Southwest, yeah.
What was that like? What'd you guys say to each other, bro?
Shit, I was just like, shit, I'm gonna be performing at South by Southwest, you know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, hell yeah. He said, kill that shit. I was like, is you gonna be out? I asked him if he was gonna be out there. He said, nah. Yeah, that was the end of that shit.
Hey, that's cool,
It was
man.
brief, shit. Yeah.
Those interactions really normally are pretty quick too,
Yeah,
man.
hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was cool though. I wasn't trying to be fanned out or no shit like that. I hate doing that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody that be around me know I don't be trying to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? They human too.
I hear you, bro. I hear
But
you.
yeah.
So tell me about one of your favorite studio experiences. Is there one time in the lab that sticks out more than any other?
Shit, the ones in the trap. Shit.
What are those sessions like, bro?
Hot, uncomfortable as fuck, high as fuck, drunk as fuck, nigga, crowded for no damn reason, you know what I'm saying? Those are some of my best studio experiences. And then shit, like actually being to go in a big studio though, in a professional studio, that's like, it humbles you for sure, you know what I'm saying? And I enjoy that too because the art is different for me. For some reason, when I go in a big studio compared to recording at home, it's different, you know. But shit, I done had plenty of studios moments. I can't even tell you which one was my favorite, to be honest with you.
I hear you, bro. Now you mentioned having a lab there at your pad, right? That means you're probably engineering yourself, right? Yeah, sure. Now, when you go to these bigger studios, are you engineering or are you hiring an engineer? What's the difference?
I know I like working to see cause I don't know everything about the about engineering and stuff like that. You know, I got my little thing that I do, but I like going to see, you know, learning stuff. You know, I be working with DJ Orm majority of the time when I do go to the studio.
He's nice.
Yeah,
shout out DJ
Shout
Orm.
out Fat Craze for sure. But you know what I'm saying? That's normally who I work with. He teaches me a lot, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, my uncle, he the GOAT at that for sure. My roommate Rollin is my best friend too. He does all that. He produces, mixes, and engineers and all that stuff too for sure. Check him out. He's hard. That boy hard for sure. He definitely up next for sure.
Nice. Now, when it comes to writing tracks, where do you draw your inspiration from? Because you're very versatile, and you mentioned before there's not one type of beat that locks you down.
I don't know. Shoot, man. I just, you know, it just depends on how I'm feeling. I draw like from like things I'm probably going through, you know what I'm saying? You know, things I want to make happen, you know, put some goals or trying to be inspirational, just depending on what I'm feeling. But I have no clue where it comes from. I just go in there.
You just go in there and kill it.
And feel it, yeah, for sure.
Now, before you go into the lab, do you have any rituals or anything that you do to prepare, or you just go in and murk it?
Nah, shit. No, I ain't got no rituals, shit. Go in there and just find something I like and record. Press that button.
I hear you.
Yeah.
The cool thing about a lot of the artists that we interview is they have their own equipment. So right now there might be a young cat that's been watching these interviews and they want to get in the game. What are some suggestions that you would make to them? Some of the first steps that you would suggest they take?
Sure, definitely get, if you're trying to do it at home, get your own equipment for sure. You know, of course. Depends on what you want to use. If you want to use Logic, I use Logic. So that's on the Mac, you know, that's an Apple product. You can download that on there. But there's a bunch of things. You use Audacity, you can use Pro Tools, GarageBand, hell, just to start off, you know, Fruity Loops. it's a lot of things out there. Hell, they even got shit for phones nowadays. I know I've been seeing my partner records on BandLab.
I've heard of BandLab.
Just be on that thing on his headphones. So it's a lot of things you could start off with, but I would suggest the computer with the microphone. Get you an actual mic, you know what I'm saying, and not, you know what I'm saying, go up in there and record it.
So in addition to making music, the next thing after that, of course, is the artwork, videos, stuff like that. What do you suggest? How does someone up and coming, what do they do next? What's the next steps, bro?
Shit. Yeah, video for sure. You definitely need visuals for that. You know, me personally, I always love, you know, that's my favorite part of the whole process is the visuals. You know what I'm saying? And the marketing part, because, you know, pushing it out and getting, like, having a lot of people to see it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. But that's definitely what I would say would be the next part, is getting the visuals for sure.
The visuals?
Yeah.
Now, do you say photography or video? Actual
Both.
When you both? Okay.
Both. You need both. You don't need photography, video. You don't need behind the scenes footage. You need all that. All that.
I see. Now, real
content.
Quick. Most def. Content is how important is content?
Content is very important.
It's everything, huh?
Everything. Yeah. Nowadays, content is everything, because content can even get you paid. You know, just by itself. You know, there could be another stream of income, but, you know, ain't nobody ready to talk about that.
Oh, no, we ready, bro. We ready.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Real quick, man, we touched on it real quick, but I want to go back to it real quick. You touched on opening up for Kodak Black. You touched on BX the Plug. You taught Nudie, right?
Yeah, Young Nudie.
Yeah, man.
Babyface Ray, Lil Tyler. That's all, you know, Evander Graham. Opened up for him, you know what I'm saying? Did a lot of that, you know. It was Kodak Black, that was probably my favorite show, because I got that show, you know, because I won the competition. I performed to perform for that show. So I got to actually go against other artists in the city of El Paso, you know what I'm saying, to see who would win. You know, at first it was votes, and then it was my performance, you know, and I got to perform, and, you know, I smoked niggas. I smoked them niggas, you know, and then, but the show, it was over like close to 5,000 people. That was the best show I've had in my life. I performed with Rollin, you know, and DJ Arm, he DJ'd for me. It was lit. That was my top show is Lil Ludwig. Shoot, I'm straight. Shoot. Then recently I did the Young Nudie show. We turned that up. He brought out a little Babyface Ray and Lil Tyler. It was Evander Graham put all this together. That was a good show. It was at the theater. I gave Nudie some drink, but that was cool. So then I'm just putting together my own shows. Then was like, you know, that's all I've been doing lately. Probably gonna get on some of these tours lately too, but I'm working with that. I'm just rebranding right now, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just trying to get this new project out.
Bro, please tell me what the energy's like when you walk out on stage and there's 5,000 people.
Man, that shit's fucking, it got you, you know what I'm saying? Your stomach kind of dropped like you're on a roller coaster a little bit, but it was lit. Cause I've done it before. It wasn't that many people, but I found like a little formula, you know, I get to. But at first, you kind of worry like, are they gonna rock with you? You know what I'm saying? But as you get up on there, you know, as I did that, shoot, they start fucking with me heavy, and you know, I already had my people out there too, so they was fucking with me. It was ecstatic for sure. It was life changing. Nigga, I felt like I was flying for sure, because the lights and everything, it was loud, you know. But you kind of black out a little bit too, because it's like a different kind of high, you know what I'm saying, when you get up on that stage, especially if you like you see them rocking with you too, you kind of like, oh shit, you do black out a little bit for sure. Yeah. But it was good, you know what I'm saying? I know that's just the beginning though. That's why sometimes I don't really be fully, you know, satisfied, I guess how you could say, because I know where I'm gonna go in life, and this is just the beginning for sure. It was a good experience. I fucked with it though, and I was glad I got to be a part of that.
That's dope. Yeah, I've seen you a part of a few shows here locally too, man. And man, one thing that sets you apart is the crowd really does rock with you. You have a whole energy. They're truly vibing with you, and there's nothing you can do to separate their attention. No one's going to the bar, or even they're all zoned in, bro. What do you do to maintain that energy? What is it about your music that you think has people just in the zone when you're up there?
Just trying to connect with the crowd, man. You know what I'm saying? Knowing who you performing to. You know what I'm saying? Just having fun with it too, getting interactive with the people that's out there. I feel like the energy you give is the energy you get. You know, you can't be lazy with it. If you ain't showing that you love this, they ain't gonna show you no love back for helping it. So, and that starts with what you're putting out. You got to put time in your set. You got to think about what songs you're performing and who you're performing to. You know, not everybody want to hear the same shit on each side of the performance. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to open up for artists you know you're close to, because if you can't hear a Bone Thug song on a Bone Thug artist kind of similar to that on let's say a Lil Durk, you know what I'm saying, tour, that wouldn't sound right, you know. So that's very important too. I'm not trying to say no, they couldn't, but it's just about what the crowd came to see, you know. So, but mainly if you can interact with them, you know, if you know how to interact with it, if you're a people person and know how to get the crowd going, you know, it shouldn't have no problem. Like I said, I done did this a lot, you know. I learned a lot when I was in the group, so I just took that along and just try to elevate it to my own thing, you know. So yeah, it's come natural to me, I guess. Yeah.
So, bro, we've touched on a lot of things. We've touched on, you've had ups, you've had downs, you've been with the group has broken up, you know what I mean? You maintained a positive attitude, you developed your own identity. But right now there might be an up and coming artist that's down, out, depressed, ready to quit. Yeah, bro, what would you tell them right now?
Don't give up, because that time you feel like you gonna quit is the time that you might make it, at that single very, very moment. That very next step that you didn't take, that you were supposed to take, could have been the moment that you made it. So that's all I say, just don't give up, because you never know. You don't know when you gonna get your chance or your opportunity, and just keep working at your craft. If you love it, you shouldn't have a problem with working on your craft, you know what I'm saying? And network builds bridges, you know what I'm saying? You know, you have to network, and I feel like this city don't do enough networking for sure. You gotta go out, get out here, fuck with your boy.
I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
Who's an artist or artists that you'd like to see in some future interviews?
Sure, my dog Tall Boy Red, my boy Ramsey the Plug, for sure. Ramsey the Plug and that Tall Boy Red.
Shout out Tall Boy Red. Shout out Ramsey the Plug.
Who else? Shit. Rollin' Eyes, you could get him out here. Diggy Danja. Shoot, Flex Flames, fucking, you get them out here. I feel like those would be some good artists. Shoot, Yeah, hell yeah, that's what I know, man.
Dope. Hey man, I want to thank you, Lil Ludwig, man, for taking time out of your busy schedule to come out here and chop it up with us here at Hood Famous TV, man. Are there any last thoughts or anything that you'd like to leave the listeners with?
Sure, I got some new work coming out soon. We gonna be pushing, 2024. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it up in another gear. You know what I'm saying? We coming strategic with this one. Man, shout out to Palestine. Free Palestine. You know what I'm saying? I got a show coming out. I'm throwing a show. I'm gonna have footage for that coming out soon. We doing more blogging. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on all platforms at Lil Ludwig 42. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Word up, man.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, bro, for stopping by for another episode of Hood Famous TV. We over and we out.
Hey.